Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, February 28th, Sonny's mystery, Sasha's breaking point, Ava presses her luck. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, February 28th, state that Sonny Corinthos will investigate a mystery, while Sasha Gilmore Corbin is pushed to her limits. Ava Jerome will also try her luck, so let's talk about what's going up on Friday's GH episode. For starters, Lucky Spencer will want a favor, so we'll see if Sonny is the recipient or someone else. When Jordan Ashford refuses to back down from her Jen Sidwell scam, Isaiah Gannon will deliver a harsh warning. If Jordan gets in the way of this baddie's intentions, Isaiah warns her that Sidwell will get rid of her. Jordan must realize the stakes in this situation, which Isaiah will explain on Friday's broadcast. Molly Lansing Davis will then have a talk with Cody Bell, which will allow her to confide in him. Cody will offer some counsel, possibly on what Molly should say and do about stubborn Christina Corinthos Davis. Maybe one day I'll work up the courage to say exactly that, Molly says in Friday's preview video. Whatever the case, Christina will continue to hold a very different concept of justice, so expect her to cross paths with Ava for a violent confrontation shortly. Rick Lansing will warn Ava not to push her luck at Bobby's, so he may think it's a poor idea to make any new custody demands or become involved in any Christina showdowns. Now that Ava and Sonny have agreed on a joint parenting agreement, it's essential not to upset the balance. When Christina appears and initiates a heated argument, Ava may feel compelled to protect herself. Christina and Ava have a major battle coming up, so we'll bring you more predictions about their ongoing dispute. Meanwhile, Sasha will be frustrated, telling Jason that she isn't sure how much more she can take. This false baby daddy situation is proving more complicated than Sasha anticipated. Someone will apologize to Sasha on Friday's show, and it could be Jason. Sasha may not be pleased with Jason's recent legal drama, given that he is posing as the father of her child. Jason will also acknowledge Sasha's need to be the one to make decisions and comprehend her point of view. Sasha and Jason will bond as they struggle through the challenges of their arrangement. Sonny will eventually consider a mystery that simply does not add up. That might involve Jason being framed, as well as all of Sonny's questions regarding the cottage being professionally cleaned. Jocelyn Jacks is the one who took out Cyrus Renault before Jack Brennan covered up her involvement, but Sonny won't find out just yet. Of course, Sonny has Jen Sidwell and Drew Quartermaine concerns to deal with, which he may discuss on Friday's episode. Finally, Olivia Quartermaine will have a proposal for Carly to consider, so stay tuned for more information on Olivia's news and the recommendation she will offer. General Hospital spoilers suggest that Carly may give the go-ahead after hearing Olivia's pitch. General Hospital spoilers, Jason identified as Cyrus killer, how will Sasha react? General Hospital spoilers claim that Port Charles is poised to erupt in mayhem as Jason Morgan gets blamed for Cyrus Renault's murder, which he did not commit. All eyes are on Sasha Gilmore Corbin, whose intricate web of deception with Jason may crumble under pressure. The couple has been passing off Sasha's unborn child as Jason's in order to keep the real father, Michael Corinthos, out of trouble. But, with Jason now accused of murder as a result of a cover-up planned by WSB agent Jack Brennan, Sasha's next move may either rescue their farce or reveal everything. General Hospital spoilers, false accusations are flying. Jason is no stranger to being a scapegoat, but this time it's personal. Jocelyn Joss Jacks shot Cyrus in self-defense, and Brennan, pulling strings from the shadows, is anxious to blame Jason for cleaning up the WSB mess. This week, we expect the PCPD to restrict their focus on Jason, and evidence, such as a planted pistol or a witness with an agenda, may tighten the noose. For Sasha, it's bound to be a stomach punch. The man she claims is her baby's father is now a murder suspect. She'll have to deal with the aftermath while maintaining their fabricated story, all while under the watchful eye of the Quartermaine. Sasha and Jason concocted their paternity ruse to protect Michael, whose affair with Sasha occurred while he was still married to Willow Corinthos. Michael's cheating matches Willow's own infidelity, but if it becomes public, his custody of Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, as well as his divorce leverage, could shatter. Sasha has been holding the line, but if Jason gets jailed, she will undoubtedly go into crisis mode. Will she stick to the script and openly support Jason, sacrificing her credibility? Or will the tension lead her to confide in someone like Maxie Jones, threatening to reveal Michael's secret? General Hospital spoilers, Joss' consequential behavior ripples out if Sasha falters, Michael's house of cards crumbles. Willow may use his affair as a weapon in court, resulting in an unhappy ending in which a recovered Michael rarely sees his own children. Meanwhile, Joss, who is plagued by guilt over Cyrus, may crumble under the weight of Jason's sacrifice, especially if Brennan's participation remains unknown. Sasha's reaction to this chaos, whether she doubles down or falters, will determine the next domino to fall. Will Joss' silence result in Jason being imprisoned and Sasha being forced to rely solely on their cunning paternity narrative? GH spoilers, Rick's unexpected romance revealed who is the new mystery partner. According to General Hospital spoilers and updates, Rick Lansing may be cheating on Ava Jerome with someone unexpected. Let's look into who Rick's next romantic interest could be and the possible disruption this could cause in their life. Ava's been getting close to Rick. Ava's rapport with Rick has recently grown stronger, and their increasing intimacy signals they are on the verge of forming a true relationship. However, Nina Reeves has expressed worries, warning Ava about the dangers of being too connected with Rick. Nina believes Rick is largely motivated by personal goals and financial gain, forcing her to give a warning. Nina should be aware that, despite the fact that she appears to have maintained contact with Rick, her brief marriage to him acted as a vehicle for him to cooperate with her mother against her. As time passes, Nina's fears may come true, as it appears that Rick is on the verge of making a self-serving move that will cause Ava tremendous sorrow. Ava and Rick have feelings for each other, but will he remain loyal? Ava and Rick undoubtedly have a connection, but that doesn't ensure his loyalty when temptation arises. Rick may find himself attracted to someone else, perhaps someone from his previous romantic relationships. Up the February 24th episode, Alexis Davis originally resisted Rick's attempts to soothe her, but eventually gave up and allowed him to comfort her. Their embrace was delicate, implying that the unresolved tension between them might be dissipating. With the weight of Sam McCall's death lingering on her shoulders, Alexis desperately requires a supportive presence in her life. The Cyrus Renault revelations exacerbated Alexis' pain and anger, forcing Rick to look for ways to comfort her in the coming weeks. It is feasible that Rick and Alexis will renew their romance after all this time. If this favorite soap couple reunites, it might send shockwaves across Ava's world. Rick isn't entirely devoted to Ava right now, but that could change soon. Regardless, Ava would likely feel betrayed if she realizes Rick has been intimate with Alexis again. Their rivalry could worsen if Rick cheats. If Ava learns of this discovery, it might lead to a major schism between the two. Future spoilers suggest that Rick and Alexis may soon face their own set of issues. Is this the beginning of the end for the Jocelyn we know and love from General Hospital? General Hospital spoilers, Jocelyn Joss Jacks has just ignited the match. After learning that Cyrus Renault had murdered Sam McCall, her boyfriend Dex Heller, and attempted to kill her brother Michael Corinthos, Joss grabbed a gun and ended Cyrus' reign of terror herself. This isn't just a plot twist, it's a full-fledged explosion that might shatter the Joss we've loved for years. Is she a hero avenging her loved ones, or has this heinous deed driven her beyond the point of no return? General Hospital spoilers, a killer instinct unleashed. Talk about a shocker. Joss' world shattered when she pieced together Cyrus' fatal rampage, which included killing Sam, snuffing out Dex's future with her, and attempting to kill Michael while he lay helplessly in a hospital bed. Joss did not hesitate when confronting Cyrus. With one shot, he was out cold, leaving blood on her hands and a fire in her eyes. This isn't the Joss who grieved for Oscar Nero Quartermain. This is a woman scorned, consumed by grief and hatred. However, with Cyrus' body cooling, the true heat is only beginning. Will she crack under the weight of her actions, or will she embrace this lethal new side of herself? GH spoilers leak, this is a dangerous game of trust. Joss isn't exactly celebrating her victory. She's scrambling to conceal her tracks, and she's found an odd friend in WSB Chief Jack Brennan, who has arrived prepared to bury the evidence. This smooth-talking WSB agent could help her get out of jail, but at what cost? The farther she gets into this cover-up, the more lies she'll have to tell Carly Spencer, Sonny Corinthos, and the PCPD. If Dex's death leaves any signs, Joss could be one slip-up away from a murder charge. Is this the moment her Golden Girl glow fades for good? General Hospital spoilers, can Joss survive the fallout? Cue the Corinthos Jacks family collapse. Carly is going to lose it when she discovers her baby girl is a murderer. Expect tears, shouts, and possibly a frantic plea to Sonny to repair it. With Sam and Dex gone and Michael healing halfway around the world, Joss is clinging to her family, but her guilt threatens to tear them apart. Will she own her mistake and face the consequences, or will she continue down the dark path? GH spoilers, Jocelyn as a WSB agent, hysterical or brilliant? General Hospital spoilers hint that Jocelyn Jax is on her way to 007 Dom. Yes, Mini Carly is poised to follow in the footsteps of Anna Devane and Robert Scorpio. Is the plot connivance plausible? Here's everything you need to know about the dramatic turn of events in PC's February 21st episode. Can Joss be a spy? Does Joss have what it takes to be a cunning spy? Why not? Remember when she was obsessed with Children of the Corn? Still, it's a leap to believe that Joss, her mother's daughter, is destined to be a successful spy. She resembles Carly Spencer, and can you picture Snarly as an effective covert agent? However, there are a few reasons why Joss would appear to be an excellent option to Jack Brennan, the first of which is because he does not know her personally. But honestly, Joss is ethically flexible, attractive, and hardworking. These are excellent characteristics for an undercover minx to possess. Let's not forget the praise she received for saving Christina Corinthos. Joss saved her life when she fell into a pool when very pregnant. Joss possesses life-saving abilities and can maintain her composure long enough to employ them. Her mouth puts her into trouble. Do you see Joss as a spy? But the way Jack Brennan set Joss up to locate Cyrus Renault was devious, and some viewers can't get over it. Not to add that he is romancing Carly. If we think about this relationship for long enough, we'll have serious icks, so let's not. Joss also has the advantage of being young, she is flexible, and the more she kills, the simpler it becomes. But how hypocritical is it for Joss to essentially become Sonny Corinthos? Joss was never going to be a doctor, instead, she's studying environmental science, which is an excellent cover for a spy who needs to travel the world on covert operations. Here's the kicker, now that we've discussed the advantages and disadvantages of Joss being a cold-blooded, premeditated, intellectually adroit killer, let's look at why some fans believe Brennan went to the bother of setting up Joss, Jason Morgan. Jason declined Brennan's offer to join the WSB. Is Brennan preparing to wreck Joss' life unless Jason does his bidding? Or may Brennan simply be settling for sloppy seconds, taking advantage of Joss' desire to avenge Dex's murder? We admit it, she's not a bad spy, and Joss did acquire Anna evidence. However, Brennan now has all of the data he needs to make the final decision. What happens next? Tell us what you think, GH fans. Jason was once again caught up in the type of deception he had grown accustomed to. This time, the stakes were far larger. He had promised to preserve a secret, a truth that may rock the foundations of several lives, including his own. Cody was the one who spread rumors throughout town, feeding belief that Jason was the father of Sasha's baby. The rumor caught fire, and instead of putting it out, Jason and Sasha made the strategic decision to let it burn. Everyone already assumed it was true, so denying it now would just raise additional questions they weren't prepared to answer. Jason had already taken up the job of protector on false pretenses. Years before, he had done the same for Michael, raising him as his own and protecting him from a world of danger and betrayal. Now, history was repeating itself in the most ironic way, pretending to be Michael's child's father. Fate seemed to have a wicked sense of humor. In Port Charles, however, secrets were seldom kept hidden for long. A history of deception. The previous time Jason played the role of a father under false circumstances, the truth came out because he confided in Robin. Despite his greatest efforts to keep it hidden, the truth leaked out during that moment of vulnerability. Would history repeat itself once again? This time, he and Sasha had promised to reveal the truth to Jason's kid, Danny. It was a difficult decision, but they trusted him to preserve the secret. However, in their meticulous planning, they neglected another key figure, Jake. Jake was away at art school, too far off from Port Charles's daily drama, but not so remote that he wouldn't hear the rumors. The prospect of learning the truth secondhand, without Jason explaining it personally, disturbed him. However, there were only so many falsehoods one could tell until everything came crashing down. For the time being, he and Sasha remained true to their pact. No one else could know the truth. Carly's relentless instincts. Carly had known Jason longer than most people. She had been on his side since he first claimed Michael for himself, understanding him in ways few people could. She had always sensed when something was wrong with him, no matter how hard he tried to hide it. And now? Something was clearly amiss. Jason's face may have been a mask to the rest of the world, but Carly could see through it. The strain in his shoulders, the way he carefully metered his words, it was all too obvious. She knew him too well to be misled. It was only a matter of time until she began digging. Jason could hold his own against many individuals, but Carly was not one of them. She was unrelenting, and she wouldn't stop until she discovered the truth. If she had the smallest suspicion that he was concealing something, she would push until he broke. The question wasn't whether Carly would figure it out, it was when. The risk of truth. If Jason broke his pledge to Sasha and revealed the news to Carly, there were two possible outcomes. On the one hand, having Carly in the loop provided an ally who would fight to keep the facts hidden. If Willow discovered that the kid was Michael's, she may take legal action, and Carly would not let her son lose custody. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, February 28th, Ava and Christina's face-off, Isaiah's grave warning, and Molly and Cody get closer. The General Hospital spoilers for Friday, February 28th, 2025 are here. Ava Jerome and Christina Corinthos Davis will likely argue in tomorrow's episode. Olivia Quartermain proposes an idea to Carly Spencer. Isaiah Gannon will have a serious warning for Jordan Ashford. Additionally, Molly Lansing Davis and Cody Bell form a bond. Ava Jerome against Christina Corinthos Davis on Friday, February 28th. Fans can anticipate Ava and Christina to have another verbal spat. Christina will never forget the baby she lost after falling from Ava's window. Christina seeks some form of justice. Christina hoped Ava would not take her daughter back. So, now that Ava and Sonny Corinthos have reached an arrangement, Christina may struggle to control her rage. Ava receives a warning from Rick Lansing. Jordan Ashford questioned Jordan is still preparing to go undercover to take down Jen Sidwell. However, Isaiah has a past with Sidwell and understands how brutal he can be. Isaiah will tell Jordan that Sidwell might get rid of her permanently. Jordan understands how perilous this is, yet he feels obligated to do something. Jordan is experienced in this type of activity, but Sidwell is also far more dangerous than the average Port Charles crook. So, may Jordan be in great danger if Sidwell becomes suspicious? Molly Lansing Davis bonds with Cody Bell. General Hospital teasers for tomorrow state that Lucky Spencer has finally awakened. While Lucky is happy that Cyrus Renault is no longer a concern, Sidwell will still be an issue. In any event, Lucky begs for a favor. Molly is expected to open up to Cody in tomorrow's episode, airing on Friday, February 28, 2025. In a preview clip, Molly tells him she is gathering the confidence to do just that. Meanwhile, Sasha Gilmore Corbin receives an apology. However, Sasha is unsure how much more drama she can handle in her life. With the private investigator, a pregnancy with a fake baby daddy, and everyone's inquiries, Sasha requires a break. Meanwhile, Olivia proposes an idea to Carly. Sonny isn't certain that things are adding up. Meanwhile, Jason Morgan says in a clip from the trailer, "You want to be the one calling the shots?" What storyline are you most looking forward to seeing on Friday, February 28, 2025? Share your opinions in the comments area below. Willow Corinthos' life has taken an abrupt turn into strange and unpleasant land. What once felt like stability had disintegrated, and she was now searching for anything resembling normalcy. With her marriage to Michael Corinthos looking irreparably damaged, she was yearning for a fresh start even if it meant making decisions she would not have contemplated under different circumstances. And then there was Drew Quartermain. Drew was more than simply a familiar face in town, he was someone she had always admired, someone steady and dependable. When he approached her with a tempting offer, a brand new home, a fenced-in yard, and the opportunity to escape the terrible weight of her past, she was enticed. Was it love? Perhaps not yet. Was it a way to divert from the grief of losing Michael? Most definitely. Willow had spent so much time trying to keep things together, making things work with Michael, and creating a secure life. But security had slipped through her fingers like sand, and if she couldn't have it with Michael at the Quartermain estate, maybe she might find new stability with Drew elsewhere. What she didn't anticipate was that her decision would have far-reaching consequences for people around her. Carly Spencer and Nina Reeves had their own goals, and they were not about to allow this new development go unchecked. A battle brewing. Carly and Nina rarely agreed on anything, but this time was different. Both of them had personal and strategic motives for wanting to keep Willow and her children as far away from Drew as possible. Their reasons weren't exactly aligned, but their purpose was the same, to end whatever was going on between Willow and Drew before it became permanent. Of course, neither of these women was the sort to wait and hope for the best. If manipulation was necessary, they would not hesitate to employ it. If persuasion failed, they might always resort to more confrontational techniques. But how far would they travel? Will they merely try to reason with Willow, convincing her she is making a mistake? Or would they turn to something more devious, such as instilling doubt in her mind or manufacturing evidence against Drew to make him appear untrustworthy? And if they crossed the boundary, would Drew fight back? Willow's second thoughts. Willow wanted to believe she was doing the correct decision. She wanted to believe that starting again with Drew was the best path forward. But something didn't sit right. For one thing, Nina's unexpected assistance seemed a little too convenient. Nina had spent so much time attempting to force her way into Willow's life, continually pushing boundaries and meddling. So she was suddenly on board with this new chapter? Willow couldn't shake the impression that there was more to it than meets the eye. Then there was the issue of Michael. Willow was confident that she wanted to leave the past behind. She had been clear that she would not resort to playing games, looking for dirt, or seeking retribution. But when Marty Gray casually mentioned checking into Michael's past, it planted a seed in her mind. Initially, she dismissed it outright. Michael was often regarded as Port Charles's golden boy. What could be revealed that she didn't already know? But then, there was something. A hint of something unexpected. Nothing scandalous, not really. But enough to give her pause. Enough to make her wonder. Was she genuinely ready to move on? Or was she merely fleeing? A web of deception. Carly and Nina were not the only ones who played games. Rumors circulated, some accurate, some exaggerated, that Willow's new relationship with Drew was more than just an emotional rebound. Some thought that Drew had his own reasons for getting close to her, which went beyond real love. Carly, for one, was certain of this. She wasn't above laying a trap to prove it. The question was, would Willow recognize what it was before it was too late? And if the truth was out, what would she do? The dust at Port Charles was far from settled. If anything, it was going to flare up into a full-fledged storm. Spoilers, Lulu torn between Chase and Cody following Joe's fallout. According to General Hospital spoilers, the fact that Gio Palmieri is Brooke Lynn Quartermain and Dante Falconeri's biological kid will be revealed soon. Lulu Spencer will be devastated by the aftermath, and she will be unable to reconcile with Dante since she will be unable to accept him having a kid with Brooke Lynn. The same might be said about Harrison Chase, who would walk away from his wife, astonished and outraged to learn she had a kid with his closest friend, Dante. With these pairings on GH, it appears like we will be playing Russian roulette. Will Lulu and Chase turn to each other in times of need? Will Lulu turn to Dante's other best buddy, Cody Bell? So where does that leave Dante and Brooke Lynn? Lulu Spencer will be involved in a love triangle with Harrison Chase and Cody Bell. Lulu will avoid Dante, and she and Chase will rely on one another in times of need. However, don't rule out Cody. Cody expresses his emotions for Lulu, leaving Lulu torn between the two attractive men. Chase admits to having a crush on Lulu when he first arrived in Port Charles, and it only makes logical that he would pursue Lulu to resent Brooke Lynn for not informing him that Dante was the father of the kid she gave up for adoption. Lulu would take pleasure in this and mock Brooke Lynn about how she and Chase are involved. Lulu still has feelings for Cody, and they will have multiple encounters, leading Lulu to question whether Chase is the right man for her. Who will Lulu choose, Chase or Cody? Brooklyn Quartermaine and Dante Falconeri grow closer as they bond with their son after the shock wears off. Gio will want to get to know his parents, and they will want to spend as much time with him as possible. It is very likely that Brooklyn and Dante will bond over this and become a lot closer. Will Brooklyn and Dante get romantically involved? It is totally possible. Will Brooklyn want Chase back in her life and fight for him? Both scenarios are feasible. The relationships are changing regardless of who ends up with whom. The relationships in Port Charles will shift once the truth about Gio is out. This will have an impact on Brooklyn, Dante, Chase, and Lulu, as well as Cody. Who will wind up with whom? There are various options, and it will be exciting to see what occurs next. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you think Lulu will need to choose between Cody and Chase? Will Dante and Brooklyn get together? Will Brooklyn want Chase back? Chase spills to Dante about Jocelyn's fake story, and Lulu makes a tearful plea. Jocelyn Jax will have a bogus story for Carly Spencer, while Harrison Chase will spill to Dante Falconeri and offer an emotional appeal. So let's talk about all the drama that is brewing. Lois Chirulo will warn Brooklyn Quartermaine at the Quartermaine home to think carefully about what she wants before making any major decisions concerning her family's future. Brooklyn may consider giving in to Chase's idea to make Hamilton Finn their sperm donor. However, Lois may believe Brooklyn should trust her intuition because she does not feel comfortable about it. If the conversation shifts to the child Brooklyn abandoned and her wish to reconnect, Lois may try to persuade her that isn't the best choice either. Lois believes that anything she can do to get Brooklyn off the Giovanni Gio Palmieri trail will be beneficial. Chase plans to utilize his boxing workout to release some of his rage. Chase will also confide in Dante and seek advice, so he'll be grateful to have a friend to lean on. Sure, Chase can provide updates on his sperm donor pitch, but what about Brooklyn's firstborn adoption news? Will Chase respect Brooklyn's privacy by keeping that section hidden? Regardless, Lulu will discover certain signs in the upcoming episodes that lead her to assume Dante's child has been hidden from him. Because Lulu will have some suspicions in the episode, this could be the beginning of her snooping. We should also discuss Lulu's visit to Lucky Spencer at GH, during which she will make an emotional plea for him to avoid any future life-threatening circumstances. Lulu will not believe her heart can bear another significant loss after waking from a coma to discover Luke Spencer has died. Other General Hospital teasers suggest Trina Robinson may kiss and tell now that she has a lip lock with Kai Taylor. Stella Henry will be Trina's confidant, and she may feel bad about leaving Spencer Cassadine. You can bet Stella will encourage Trina to follow her heart and believe that Spencer wants her to be happy again. Martin Gray will then talk with Tracy Quartermaine about the cease and desist order as she aims to rob Drew Quartermaine of the Quartermaine name. We'll see what Martin has to say about it, but the real purpose of this sequence could be to show him bonding with Tracy. Tracy and Martin are likely to develop a romance shortly, according to our forecasts. Meanwhile, Laura Collins will make it plain that she does not want Sonny Corinthos to pursue retribution. If Laura feels Sonny will fight back against Drew, Jen Sidwell, or perhaps the person who framed Jason Morgan, she'll try to stop him now. Nonetheless, Sonny is the type of guy who will always do what he believes is best, no matter how many cautions he receives to the contrary. After asking Lucy Coe to accompany him to Charlie's pub, Sidwell reveals that his motivations go beyond simply having a dinner partner. Lucy can assist Sidwell in connecting with additional significant players in Port Charles, which may be part of his goal. Carly will also visit Charlie's pub, so we'll see if Sidwell connects with her and possibly scares her with faux compassion for Michael Corinthos' injuries. Sidwell may harass Carly about the penthouse explosion, causing her anxiety in the episode. However, Carly is more likely to experience worry as a result of Jocelyn's unusual conduct. Joss is due to leave town tonight now that she has accepted to join the WSB, so she'll have to give Carly a false reason. Jack Brennan will keep his cool when interacting with Carly, who will jokingly question him about his troublemaker status and what he's been up to. Brennan may eventually assist Jocelyn sell her cover tale by encouraging Carly to believe her daughter and downplaying any oddity. Carly and Brennan's romance will surely end, so stay tuned to see what happens after she finds all of his deceptions. General Hospital, please do not break up. Brooklyn and Chase. Brooklyn and Chase can go through a hard period. Will they endure the storm? Even the best couples on General Hospital rarely last. Brooklyn and Chase could be an exception, but only if they don't split up over their complicated pregnancy issues. Couples goals. Brooklyn and Chase eventually revealed their feelings, and we all fell in love with them. Chase was heartbroken about Willow, while BLQ was upset by her singing career. Who would have guessed that lying about Maxie's baby would bring them together? It worked, and they now have the foundation for a long-lasting romance. They are both nice and caring, and they lift one another up. Even if they encountered a stumbling block, they could still live their story. Fertility troubles and a long-lost son will be difficult for them, but their relationship does not have to end. Go the distance. Many couples on GH do not last the distance. Some of the finest love stories in Port Charles do not end happily ever after. Even Luke and Laura finally got married to different people. Felicia and Mac are the only long-lasting pair on GH. Many people supported her and Frisco back then, but she and Mac were meant to be together in the end. It would be lovely to witness one happy couple in the end. Some anticipate that Brooklyn and Dante will bond and fall in love once they learn they had a son together. While Lulu's jealousy is entertaining to see, those two don't belong together. BLQ and Chase could be the anchor couple that Port Charles requires. They would be a steady presence at the Quartermain mansion. Others may have affairs and divorces. Allow them to have children together and live happily ever after. Would you wish to see Brooklyn and Chase have a long-lasting relationship? Please let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.